members get a slippery minister on the hook and they choose to wriggle off it by promising to write to members and...
This excellent SNP MP Dave Doogan really exposed Tory Minister James Cartlidge over a certain warship called HMS Argyll when he asked this question on the 8th of January. Now, why is the 8th of January important? All will be revealed later on.
Clyde-built HMS Argyll is the oldest escort in the fleet. She's currently in refit in Devonport, has been since August 22. Can the MP advise when will she be recommissioned, recrewed and back in service?
Minister.
I'll have to write to him on that one.
We now come to the...
Now, what's the problem with that, But I did notice the giggling when he'd answered the question within the chamber, and I did wonder why. But the thing is, that will become clear in a minute, because on the 25th of March 2024, after Defence Topicals, point of order, Dave Doogan.
At Defence Questions on the 8th of January, I asked the Defence Procurement Minister a very straightforward question about HMS Argyll, the type of question you would expect the Defence Procurement Minister to have an answer at his fingertips. But instead, he said as quickly and as curtly as he could that he would write to me with an answer. It's almost 3 months later, Mr Speaker, and I regret to inform you and the House I've received no such information from the Defence Procurement Minister, nor have I even received an acknowledgement that he intends to do so. Can I ask your advice that when honourable and right honourable members get a slippery minister on the hook and they choose to wriggle off it by promising to write to members and they then don't, what recourse do members of Parliament have?
Well, first of all, I think we ought to choose the language when you want to respond. And I would say, and I had a lot of sympathy. Actually, it doesn't relate to these questions, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because I think it's an important matter. As a senior member of the SNP and being their spokesperson, I do expect you to get timely replies. I don't expect replies to take so long. I'm sure that the bench has heard, and I would expect a response to be sent rather quickly following your intervention.
So, yeah, why didn't you write to Dave Doogan about this matter, James Cartlidge? Or, better still, why didn't you explain to Dave Doogan on the 8th of January that the reason why the warship hasn't been recommissioned, recrewed and is back in service, James Cartlidge? Is it because it cannot be recrewed because of a lack of Royal Navy intake that has seen it slump by a fifth? Is it also the fact that you will have to explain that one of the reasons for the slump is because they'd be better off doubling their pay within the private sector companies, James Cartlidge, Also, I did notice the sniggling between 10 named Shaps and Cartlidge, as well as if Shaps had asked him, "What did you say to him?" And Cartlidge just replied, "I just said I'd write back to him, sniggling. You know, like naughty school children at the back of the bike sheds." But you might say that he might have been unaware of what was happening, DB. Well, that's the reason why I mentioned the 8th of January, and that's the reason why people were sniggling with his swift reply. Because, yeah, I know, Daily Mail, they did run an article about this on the 5th of January, so everyone within the chamber clearly would have known this, and James Cartlidge would have definitely have known about it as well, wouldn't he? And it's amazing where a point of order can take you, isn't it? But what do you guys think? Why all the hush-hush? Let me know down below and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.